Hello. Thanks for coming. So I've been through, by the way, forgot. I'm in the box room. What is in the box room? Boxes. So I have been going through boxes. And I did find one. It was marked Commodore, what was it marked? Various Commodore interfaces and discs. And said it was full. Well, yeah, there was a lot of stuff in it. Really, the only interface I found was this. And it is kind of a, it's not, hello people. It's the typical sort of Centronics parallel printer interface. And with graphics. For the VIC-20 and the Commodore 64. But it's one of the, I think, kind of what, it's card plus G thing. And typically, of course, it has a plug that goes into the serial port and a wire that goes into the cassette port. And then, of course, out this goes. So this, it's a funny thing. There were a lot of printers that were made just the normal thing where you need an interface. And in a lot of ways, they were better that way, through the interface. Because when they put the Commodore interface on them and did whatever they had to do to make them compatible with the 64 without an interface, they kind of didn't get as smart. I mean, they still printed as well, but there were things they weren't as good at. So interfaces like this were a handy thing. Now, of course, I will have to test this, which means I have to find a printer, and which, of course, I know I have somewhere, and I will connect it up and make sure it's working. I will. But anyway, these people were around for a long time. They made a lot of interfaces for a lot of things. I think I'm going to put that down in a box of things to test as well. This is not exactly an interface, but it's a modem. It's a Commodore 1670. And for some reason, hello Penny, there's a very springy cord. Almost like a, yeah, almost like one you find between the handset and the handle of a phone. Now, have I tested this? Well, of course not. I've just found it. But really, modems were, I used to write for Run magazine, doing a thing called the Telecomputing Workshop, which was questions and answers. And as I said many times, like a modem opens up the world to you. Like sitting at home, you can play your games, you can do your word processing, you can do your stuff, but once you got the modem, now little did I know that the whole world would soon be basically using one big bulletin board called the Internet. Wow. Way back when, you sat there with your auto dialer, hoping to sneak into your favorite bulletin board just as somebody hung up. People who were not around then don't understand. They just don't. One line over there, one line here. No massive network. Some bulletin boards did have more than one line. And actually, when my brother and I ran one called the Bradley Brothers Bulletin Board System, we did have more than one line. But each bulletin board was its own thing. They were not networked and put together and you could access everything. So we had a download board and a message board and I don't remember exactly what else. So, what else have I found? Well, this is interesting. The packaging is a little worn. And this is for, it says IBM AT. So it's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And you may recognize these two people. Great movie. It says something about, oh, free. Free from Paradise Digital, I don't know what that means. Anyway. So, your Indiana Jones game patch has 4 1.2 megabyte, 5 1/4 inch discs. And you know what? It does. It also has an Indiana Jones startup manual, a Henry Jones diary, a Henry Jones accessories order form. Now, I really haven't gone crazy on this, but it does have 4 discs. And it does have, this is probably, yep, it's Dr. Jones' diary. Anyway, what is this? Well, first of all, it's not for Commodore, but it's interesting, and it's basically, I think, a mostly text adventure game. Oh no, it's a graphic adventure. So I will have to see about either testing this, which I'm not sure I can. I think I have a machine in the basement that might have a chance at this. At least, you know what, at least I'd like to just read the discs. But this may be something I put online. I don't know. It's I mean, the packaging is not great, but it seems to be all there. And it's just too cool not to at least have a look at. Oh, what do we have here? Look, it's Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. And this is for the Commodore 64. Oh, excuse me. And there's a hint book. And buried deep inside here. Oh, is this? Oh, okay, this opens up. And there's one. Oh, there's a disc and a backup, it seems. And some other things. I guess went with the game. Probably something to do with their copy protection. Who knows? I have never read. Oh, and there's a book. Oh, there's not. Oh yeah, there's kind of a book built in. Oh. Yes. So I'm not sure. Invisiclues, the hint book. I'm not sure if this goes in here some way, somehow, or if it was an added accessory. Anyway, regardless, the Commodore 64, or undoubtedly the Commodore 128 in 64. So I will put that into this box as well. Now here, when I saw these, I thought, ooh, cool. This one says hack 'em, and this one says nothing. And you know what? They're both empty. But I'm not going to get rid of them because they are good for carrying discs. And if I am going to be ever mailing a whack of discs to somebody, talk about great protection. But years ago, when I was in high school, you never went anywhere without a box of discs. 5 1/4, floppies. I had something like this. I never remember seeing things like this. So this was it. Pretty much it would hold 10, maybe 12. You had to squeeze them in, but you didn't want to squeeze them too tight. You did not. And then, then of course, look, I found another zip disc, which of course, once again, PC100i Omega. So this could be Omega something or other. I know somewhere I have a drive. I don't remember ever using it. I think I got it afterwards and something. Anyway, I'm going to throw this in the box of stuff that might end up at the Teapot World of Commodore on the deal table. Oh, there was so much. When it says there was discs in the box, there were. Here is what appears to be Amiga discs. And that one, I have no clue. This one, Magic Mansel's World Championship. Oh, Nigel Mansell. World Championship. 1 meg only game disc. Disc 2. Quick Rate. Word processing for the Amiga computer. Lemmings. Disc 1 of 2. Lemmings. Disc 2 of 2. Ooh. That was always a fun game. Fusion Paint. Disc Labeler Program. Disc Master 2. The Best of Amiga. Maybe a public domain. Oh, Best of Amiga 2. Best of Amiga 3. Beneath a Steel Sky. And, what is this? I remember this. Spectrum Holobyte. The soft... Oh, I can't read that. I had glasses here. Hang on. So these are 3 1/4 inch. The software on this disc is... Oh, yeah, correct. Yeah. Spectrum Holobyte. 2 discs with serial numbers. Beautiful, but I have no idea what it is. Other things in this box. Now here's something that is always sad when I see it. You see these little doors. The door on this disc is really screwed. This is Soft Logic Pave Stream, and it's this one, and then there's another one, Gary's Effects Amiga. But the little door has become bent out, and that is not good. It means it can catch inside, so I'm going to be very delicate with that. Let's see, the best thing, of course, to do is to try and make a copy, because the physical part of the disc is damaged. Then, of course, you run into all kinds of, like, real Amiga things, Amiga fonts, Amiga extras, something called Locale. These are all official Commodore discs. Amiga Workbench version 2.1, Amiga Fonts 2.1, Amiga Workbench 2.1, English, French, and German. What is this? Amiga Install Disk version 2.1. Well, probably something to do with Workbench. Amiga Extras. Install Disk. Oh, I guess maybe if you're upgrading. Amiga 500 Tutorial. Copyright. Oh, it's funny. It's from them, but I guess they conspired or worked with Gold Disc to make this. And then we have Amiga 500 Starter. Amiga 500 Oh, I see. Oh, they're games. Amiga 500 Kind Words. Amiga 500 Kind Words. Fusion Paint. Kind Words. Indiana Jones. And The Last Crusade. Huh. I seem to remember there was a thing, because these are all like this from Commodore, there was one thing that had a bigger box, and I think it was called the Starter, so I guess it came with some programs you could actually do something with it, rather than just turn it on and look at the screen. So indeed, this box is discs, and we'll have more stuff, but it's going to be just discs. And here's a box from Commodore copies, 29 November 1987, and indeed, WordPro, blank, Memorex, programs. So, Load and Go software, Draw Poker, Blackjack, One Arm Bandit, need to check it. Oh, and here is a T-Pug library disc, 64 cat disc. This is when they were on Young Street, in a basement place that I believe, I'm not sure if at the time it was underneath a adult accessory store, not like a dance club or whatever, but I think it might have been called, and still may be called, I haven't been in the vicinity for a while, I think it might have been called Aren't We Naughty? I think. Anyway, I just remember you go in the back and go into the basement. So, discs rolls with these, I will have to, of course, explore. And more discs. Remember I said there were discs. Blank. Well, there's some things written. Oh, Jeopardy, Epics, Wrestling. Oh, T-Pug discs of various CS1, CX1, CTV. That's the monthly disc. Load and Go. Summer Games. Ooh, that disc, I don't know if you can see it. It's filthy. It's had a rough life. Wheel of Fortune. Epics Destroyer. Epic Spaceball. Racing Destruction Set. Hal's BBS disc. Huh. Hal's Custom Files. Hal's Files. Hal and Hal File Disc. Hal, I'm not sure what. I guess this is anyway. I will Hal's BBS. Freeware version. And then, I think I'll leave this out. It's another version, or a set, of the Commodore 1541 test demo disc. Always interesting to see what variations of programs are on there. And typically, they work pretty well. Good thing to test a drive with. Here is, for the 128, Paperclip 2. Some games. Paperclip, Spellbound. Ooh, T-Pug discs. CAAB. Backup, June 1986. Load and Go. 3 lessons for your Commodore 64. C128 and 64, the new consultant, which of course means a 128 and 64. Oh, December. T-Pug, December 86. Can't really read it. T-Pug, March 86. T-Pug, July 86. T-Pug, May 86. T-Pug, April 84. Scratch disc. Oh, well. According to this, there's paper clip and other things. Oh, T-Pug disc, CTR. CU1, T-Pug show disc. Oh, I might have actually put this together years ago. I'll have to look at it. CTK. See, I was the librarian for the Commodore 64 for T-Pug for quite some time. I just don't remember exactly when. Clip art albums. What is this? This is a strange thing. No good. Oh, good. Commodore 64 program pack. That looks like an official disc from Commodore. Alright, these things, I'm putting them all in a box to do further testing on. And what are these? Oh, these are CDs. And these would have been pictures that I took at work of events. So I'm going to take them and keep them with my sort of IBM stuff and look through what's what. But this disc I will leave here. Those I'll take downstairs. This goes here. And the other thing, of course, I found is, what's this? Oh, well, you know what? Here's a box for discs. And you know, from the Programmers Guild, it says. And you know, I put it back together, but it's had a rough life. I suppose I'll throw it in with the discs because it too might be helpful at some point if I'm shipping some things. The other thing I found, lucky, it's a Cornflakes binder, and it has an assortment of hockey cards. And these hockey cards are, well, what year are they from? Oh dear. Let me get my glass. I see Wendell Clark, so that's a while back. They are special ones. Kellogg's limited edition set. It looks like they're from somewhere around 1990-91. They do. And this, I guess, was a special something that they did. Brent Ho, Mike Badano, Patrick Waugh, Rob Blake. And there are some extras here. Anyway, I don't remember when these came. Oh, wait a second. Is this just a moment? There's hockey things, but also there is look inside for one free baseball card from the Expos and the Blue Jays. And I open it up and what? Oh, Ernie Witt. So yeah, this is from. But this looks like his whole career. And it's kind of like a cartoon thing. What is in here? I don't know. Oh, there's more than one card. Oh, this is an Expo thing. No, this is a Blue Jay thing. Otto Velez. Ah, I'm dropping things. Who is this? Mac Jones. Bill Stoneman. And this is the other. Okay. Well, interesting. I did not mean to drop something. Anyway, I will set these aside and I will investigate them. I will. There's also, it seems there's some extra cards here. Not yet opened. Rob Blake, Brett Hull, Pat LaFontaine. I guess they came in cereal because this one actually looks like there's cereal in it. So much so, I can't see who it is. Kevin Deneen, Brett Hull. All from, oops. Oh, how'd that happen? Oh, maybe there's two cards in the pack. Dave Ellett, Wendell Clark, Joe Sakic, Wendell Clark. Oh, Do I know much about these? No. I think they're from the 1991 year, which of course around that time is when hockey cards and the card industry really crashed and burned. But this is interesting. So I will investigate. You know, it's not really computer related, but it's kind of, anyway, this box is getting too full. I will put stuff in there to check out. The other thing I found here was Christmas cards. And as Christmas is approaching, perhaps I will keep these out, and maybe I'll surprise my neighbors. Because you know what, in this day and age, we don't know our neighbors all that well. Maybe I'll write out some cards and just go door to door late one night, maybe in a Santa suit of all things, and stick them indoors or whatever. I mean, around here a lot of houses still have mailboxes, but we don't have mail delivered to them. So I'm going to keep that out. So I know what's what. The other thing, which I'll put with them, I did find some funky gift tags. Look, it's Winnie the Pooh. Anyway, as Christmas is coming, because of course what happens is I get these things, I set them aside saying, oh yeah, I'll use them at Christmas. And then I throw them in the box, and then I see them in another 10 years. And it's probably not time for Christmas, so I'm going to keep that stuff out. So I still, if you were watching the other day, I found this cool calculator computer thingy, TRS-AD handheld. I still have to go get batteries to test it out. I'm so hopeful that it works. So right now, I'm making some progress. I have a couple boxes to go donate. I'm going to throw this into a disc of possible donation stuff. These I'll take down so I can, you know, check them out. I think I still have a CD, DVD reading drive. And right now, before I forget, I've been charging my phone, but it's looking pretty good. But you see, sometimes when I record, I forget when I start just looking through things and not recording, I leave the iPad lit up and it runs its battery dead. So I have here my battery backup charger system. One cable. I could charge two things at a time. Actually, I guess I could do three at a time if I had this funny cable, which I don't know what it is. But right now this is charged up to 89%. So as soon as I say goodbye, I will plug this in, start recording the iPad, not recording, recharging the iPad, turn off the screen. Because turning off the screen saves a lot of power. It does. So what else? Well, that's kind of it for now. I'm thinking I need to go to the store and look for batteries to test this out, as well as some other things. Anyway, thank you for coming to Stories from the Box Room. As you can see, I have many discs here to explore, and I will soon. I've had this running here with this World of Commodore, December 4th, 2021, for some days, testing it out. It seems the machine is okay. By the way, if you're interested in participating at all in the World of Commodore this year, it is on December the 4th. It will be at the Admiral Inn in Mississauga, Ontario. But it's also going to be online, so you don't have to come. And of course, today I noticed there are 666 cases in Ontario, so the numbers are going up, so we all must be careful. And certainly I would suspect anybody who is attending the World of Commodore probably has to be fully vaccinated, I think, but I don't know. I really haven't looked. For more information, Google World of Commodore. If you have any questions, I'm sure they can answer. Alright, time to recharge. So, see, this thing has shut off now because it's not plugged into anything, which is good. See, there are other ones of these that don't have anything on them, but you never know how charged they are. Sometime I'll see how many charges I can get out of this before it does. So I'm going to start charging the iPad and get on my way. Maybe I'll take these two boxes, donate them, and look for batteries, and go to the store, and come back later and go through more boxes. Maybe check out a disc or two. And still, I need to get a monitor here. This table is not big. That's okay. It doesn't have to be big. I got to get something else here. I love this machine. It is incredible. Love it. But I will find somewhere for it to sit while I do more experimentation, testing, evaluations, assessments, and things. Don't forget, World of Commodore, December 4th, 2021. Thanks so much for coming. Always a pleasure. Bye for now. From the box room.